It's fun being a birder. Now here's a neat find. Woodpecker has been at work. When it's your passion, you just love doing it. It's a very easy thing to get involved with.
You are watching Anoka County today. I'm Martha Weaver, and we are at Wargo Nature Center, and I'm with Bob Holtz, our adult education specialist and naturalist. And you and I have talked about birds and birding, and you have educated all of us now. I would love to know what it feels like for you as spring comes around and you know that everything that you love and are passionate about is going to start really getting into the swing of things, so to speak. This is going to be really a fun time for you.
Excellent time for me, yep. But it actually starts January 1.
Okay.
I start that day to see what my list is going to look like. The best January 1 I ever had was 38 species on January 1st.
Really?
But that's not a record
Were you
either.
driving around chasing them, or were
I
you in
went
one
to
spot
different spots.
Okay.
Yeah. Going one spots, I wouldn't be able to do that.
No.
But on the other hand, for spring, and by the way, spring starts on March 1st if you're a birder.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
We do all our seasons from the beginning of a month to the end. Spring is March 1 to May 31.
Okay.
Summer is only June 1 to July 31.
Really?
Because by the time you hit July, some birds are on their way south.
They are.
It's, for example, shorebirds that have been up on the tundra. They leave before the young are ready to migrate. The adults do.
Huh.
And they're heading through here already.
See ya.
They're heading through here already at mid to late July.
Huh.
Then, as I said in another time, the fall migration is more extended. So it's August, September,
kind of like a weekend up north.
October,
do we
and
leave
November.
Sunday night? Do we leave Monday morning? It depends on the weather.
Right. There you get 4 months for the fall season.
Really?
And then winter's December, January, February.
Okay. That's going to be really fun.
But at no time can you find as many as you do in May.
Okay.
And with the bright colors. In the fall, those birds are passing back through again, not always in the same areas.
And their patterns have changed for some of them.
They're not as brightly colored, and some people tend not to bother as much looking for them. But it's more of a challenge if that's what you're looking for.
Now, if somebody's a first-time birder, if you're going to take somebody out for the first time, what is the bird that you want them to see? What's the easy one, the easy get?
Oh boy, there's so many.
Because I've heard you say sometimes you wouldn't take a novice birder out looking for a warbler, for example.
Warblers, right.
What would you take them out to see?
Well, if you can get some of the larger birds, the wetland birds, herons, egrets, so they're real easy. And that's what we do with children. Yeah, sure. Ducks at this time of the year are quite good.
Okay.
Because they usually it's wise to have a spotting scope for ducks, though. Then, and so people do have to line up. But if you only have a couple people along, that's fine. It's wise to go birding with other people. You learn from them, Plus you have those extra set of eyes.
Now, if you are one of those folks who has an iPod or something and you're actually playing the sounds so you can see or listen to what you just heard or confirm that you just heard a certain species, does that disrupt the normal pattern, for example, in the woods? If I were out here playing it, is there some problem with that, since they are calls for territory and mating and all those other sort of things?
People are advised to really limit how much you do that, because if you're playing that song and you have a male in that area and you're in the edge of his territory, he's going to be upset. So if you play it once or twice, I don't think that's a big problem. Some people are not going to agree with me on that.
Okay.
But you certainly don't want to be doing it repeatedly, because it will upset them. And birds spend a lot of energy singing, chasing their enemies away, and so on.
That's what they do. It's not like they have downtime to relax and watch TV.
No, they don't. And that's why they have to eat a lot. Birds eat a lot compared to us. We would be huge if we ate the way birds eat. Your mothers used to say, "He eats like a bird." Well, it's not true, because they meant you weren't eating much. Birds, weight-wise, eat tremendous amounts of food.
Huh. And we haven't talked to you in a few weeks, so is there any particular bird that you have spotted in the last few months that was a real milestone for you?
Nothing brand new at this time, but I had a group out just 4 days ago, and in an hour and 45 minutes we saw 38 species. Eagles were just numerous.
Yeah.
So
Do you still get the same reaction from people seeing them?
If somebody calls me or walks up to me and says, guess what I saw yesterday? It's usually an eagle. Eagles are impressive. You know. Ben Franklin didn't want the eagle for our national bird.
What did he want?
He wanted the wild turkey.
Really?
Yeah. Said eagles are scavengers, you know. They steal food from other things.
And the wild turkey doesn't?
No, no, you know. Wild turkey's a very intelligent bird. But I think the eagle was a good choice because it's dramatic seeing an eagle with that big white head and tail. And by the way, they're 4 or 5 years old if they have the white head and tail.
Right. Usually they look more like a scattered, mottled brown and white, right?
Yep, rather dark.
The juveniles?
Yeah. So it was a good choice. And turkeys are so secretive that most people wouldn't be seeing their national bird. Here in Minnesota, we didn't have turkeys for a while until the DNR started introducing them, and they thought, well, they'll do well in the southeast part of the state.
Now they're all over.
And they are all over.
There's one in my neighborhood just the other day.
People have them coming up, walking up on their deck to get food, you know, and stuff. People have had them pecking at their cars, chasing them and stuff. They're a feisty big bird.
I'll take the eagle.
Okay, you got it.
All right. Thank you so much, Bob. Appreciate it. Make sure you check out all of our Birding with Bob podcasts here from Anoka County today.